The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus on Read for Minutes published 1.10. 2019 updated 1.10. 2019, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs cannot be called a simple, mediocre movie. The movie consists of 6 parts, each of which differs in the plot, and characters, and events. The stories are united by one thing, the Wild West. Besides, Joan and Ethan Cohen, the authors of the novels, thought it necessary to say goodbye to the characters in each part. So, what is the point of the story, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs? Let's look at each part of the movie separately. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Good-natured singing cowboy Buster rides his horse through the desert. The affable hero is often called the Nightingale of San Saba. On his way he saw an inn, where he decided to go in for a drink of whiskey. Suddenly there is a conflict between Buster and the visitors of the establishment, during which the cowboy kills several robbers. Nightingale of San Saba is a master of weapons, which clearly demonstrates. After this event, Buster commits another series of murders. However, this only amuses the singing, affable cowboy. In time, another excellent shooter appeared in town, who challenged Buster to a duel, during which the Nightingale of San Saba received a bullet in the forehead. What's this part about? Absurdist comedy with black humor. A story about how luck and good fortune can't last forever. Events change each other with incredible speed. It's important for people to remember that no matter how difficult a challenge they face, it won't always be that way. Next to the Algodones, this part also features a cowboy. Now he hopes to rob a bank, but without success. The cashier of the bank prevents the hero from committing the intended action. After this event, several incredible events happen to the cowboy. At the end of this story, the hero goes to the other world by hanging. The shortest story of the entire movie. What's it about? In the Wild West, time flies inexorably fast. The cowboy put an end to his life when he decided to fence the bank. Further events no longer mattered to him. The authors ridicule the vices of man, greed, mercantile interests and the desire to enrich oneself by any means. One should live according to one's conscience. A meal ticket. Another dark and absurd story. An artist without legs and arms shows a mono-performance, which is organized by an impresario. Initially, the mini-theater is incredibly popular with the audience. However, over time, the public's interest in the mono-performance of an unusual artist began to diminish. After an unsuccessful performance, the impresario noticed an unprecedented crowd that gathered to watch the chicken, which is if it could count. The hero decided to acquire this most interesting bird, and to get rid of the artist without legs and arms. He threw the cripple off a cliff into the Winter River, where he drowned. The story is striking in its cruelty. In it, the authors show on what principles show business is built. For profit and fame, people can go head over heels, step over everyone. The public demands spectacle. Impresario is ready to provide them at any cost. Total devaluation of human life when big profits are at stake. A gold mine. A gold prospector all alone found a gold mine. However, to find it, the hero worked long and hard. But suddenly the gold prospector was shot in the back by a young stranger. But the old man did not think of giving up. After gathering his strength, he kills the uninvited guest. After that he calmly buries the body of the offender and leaves the canyon with bags of gold. Romance of wild nature, picturesque landscapes. In the pursuit of enrichment, a man is ready to do anything. The insolence of the young stranger is surprising. He is not ready to make even a minimum of effort to find riches. He waited for the old man to finish digging up the treasure before he decided to shoot him. His gamble failed. A story of free cheese only comes in a mousetrap. Tragic pragmatism. A touching and romantic story about the incredible fate of a girl, brother and sister. Caravan. On the long journey, the brother dies of cholera. Now Alice is on her own. At the share of the girl fell incredible trials, deaths, marriage to an unloved man, the Comanche attack. Alice is handed a gun by Mr. Arthur to shoot herself. Why is the fragile girl faced with such a difficult choice? On the one hand, Alice is sympathetic to the audience. The refined girl is faced with incredible challenges. On the other hand, the pragmatism of the heroine makes you think. Even doing the right things, a person does not always manage to live happily, successfully. The story is about the fact that you should always rely solely on your own strength. A merry ride with death. No one died in this story. However, it is completely saturated with death. The characters who are traveling in a stagecoach argue about human nature. Each expresses a different point of view regarding the essence of people. Could it be that these characters themselves are already dead? Final Destination. A story about human life being very fragile. One should never lose a single chance to be happy.